Jetzt gibt es ein kleines bisschen Bewegung im Raum, aber bitte bleiben Sie, wenn Sie nicht jetzt auch gehen müssen. Wir winken nochmal und sagen Tschüss nach hinten. Ähm, Ich werde in diesem Moment wieder auf Englisch, ins Englische gehen, weil als nächstes, Sie haben es gesehen, haben wir einen nicht-deutschen Beitrag hier. Ich hoffe, dass das jetzt alles klappt. Ja, genau. Hallo. Hello, Hope. I am just saying that I'm going to switch to English, back to English in this moment, and I want to introduce you. We're coming towards the end of the event, and we have a poetry performance part here at this moment. Hope you're with us from South Africa. Thank you so much for that. You're a spoken word artist and poet, and will in a few minutes now or a few seconds perform something that you have actually written exclusively for this event. And I don't think any of us have heard or seen what this is. So we're all very excited and curious to hear this. So please share with us what you have written for us, and we will listen very carefully. Hope, the floor is yours.
I appreciate that. Thank you for having me. And also just to send my appreciation to Lily, who I've been corresponding with. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. So yeah, my work is an attempt really to make a contribution to, in hopes of making the world a better place through poetry, through storytelling, which can get very interesting. I think being in rooms like this, even if it's virtually, is, I think for me, always a reminder of the importance and the necessity of allowing for storytelling to be a part of the conversations that are significant as this one is. So yeah, my work is an outcry against social injustice. It's an outcry against violence, any type of violence really. And I think that there's a lot of layers when you look at violence, and it can include a lot of things, and some of the things that we talk about here, yeah, because it's so layered. But I won't talk too much because I'm just here for the poetry. There is always an older woman somewhere trying to teach herself silence because she was told that no one would believe her. So she's not sure anymore. Not sure if it actually happened. Wonders if she made it up in her mind somehow. Doesn't know how to tell away her bruises or the trauma of her memory. There is a younger woman somewhere learning to inherit that silence because she has seen how abused women are treated. She knows she will be interrogated more than her perpetrator, will be made to feel like she was the accomplice, that she asked for it somehow, that her body is a bait, that her body is a trigger, that her body is a sin, that her body caused a sin. There is always an attempt to explain away a man's deeds, to suggest he was possessed, to suggest it was a demon's doing, to suggest he is a decent man at heart. Forget about a man's apology or his remorse unless it is advised by his lawyer. And even then, notice how much of him it takes to spit it out of his mouth. You'd swear he's been separated from something dear to him, something he cannot do without. Notice how often women are told to learn how to dress better, but never anything to the man on how to behave better. I watched my mother learn a new language in her old age. Her tongue did not stutter in her mouth. I didn't know you could teach someone a language you were not fluent in. It was my father who taught my mother. He taught her syllables with his hands, taught her metaphors with his absence. He embedded jargons on her wrists, put an accent on her throat, loved it when she spoke, couldn't understand when she spoke, but loved the sound of it anyway. My mother sounds like whipping when she speaks. The earth vibrates when tears fall from her face. Anger erupts in me when she is sad. I want to become lightning when she mourns. I want to strike my father on his chest, forbid him to speak, although I have many questions. My tongue cannot move when I am raging anger towards him. See, he taught me a language too, one he is fluent in. His tongue cannot move when there is blood on the door handle, so he counts on his feet to walk away. My father is leaving, but he never takes his suitcase with him. Doesn't know how to be completely gone, doesn't know how to stay. He hates the sight of blood. Our faces tore from all his walking away, so he cannot stand looking at us. I don't know what language or languages he was taught in when growing up, but I think he mastered them all. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much for those powerful words, Hope, and you heard and saw perhaps even the applause from the room here. You're ending our, more or less ending our session here on a perfect note. Thank you also for giving some context before you. I think that was a good one, because you were saying not talking too much, but I think that helped as well. Thank you so much for your nice words and for being part of us here.
Okay.
Ich spreche wieder Deutsch. Wir kommen jetzt tatsächlich so zum Ende hin.